Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Daniel Tibagap. Together with my co-members, Espinosa, Casilagan, Villanueva, and Swanner. So our title is the analysis of factors affecting polygraph accuracy, which is case study of a nervous suspect with a high heart rate falsely appears deceptive. So our abstract is this report analyzes a case study involving a nervous suspect whose elevated heart rate during a polygraph examination led to a false positive for deception. The report identifies key factors contributing to this inaccuracy, focusing on physiological responses, psychological state, and examiner competence. Recommendations are provided to improve the reliability of polygraph testing in similar situations. So introduction, polygraph tests rely on measuring physiological responses to assess truthfulness. However, physiological responses can be influenced by factors unrelated to deception, such as anxiety or nervousness. This study examines a case where a nervous suspect's elevated heart rate was misinterpreted as deception.
Case study. A nervous suspect with a high heart rate falsely appears deceptive. A polygraph examination was conducted on a suspect who exhibited significant nervousness. Their elevated heart rate throughout the examination was interpreted by the examiner as indicative of deception. Despite the suspect's claims of innocence, subsequent investigations revealed the suspect's nervousness stemmed from the stressful nature of the interrogation process itself, not from guilt. Methods: data collection, psychological data, heart rate, skin conductance, respiration rate were collected using a standard polygraph machine. Number 2, psychological assessment. A pre-test interview assessed the suspect's baseline anxiety levels and emotion state. A post-test interview explored the suspect's experience during the examination. And last, number 3, examiner review. The examiner's interpretation of the polygraph data was reviewed of potential biases of misinterpretations.
In continuation, the result is: first, physiological response. The suspect heart rate remained consistently elevated throughout the examination, exceeding normal baseline levels. This was initially interpreted as a strong indicator of deception. Second, psychological factors. The pre- and post-test interviews reveal significant anxiety and apprehension on the suspect parts, directly related to the interrogation setting and seriousness of the accusations. Third, examiner interpretation. The examiner report highlighted the elevated heart rate as the primary reason for suspecting deception, with less consideration given to the suspect report anxiety. Discussion. This case study demonstrates how a suspect nervousness can lead to false positive result in polygraph testing. Elevated heart rate, while a common indicator of deception, can also be caused by other factors. Improved accuracy requires a more nuanced approach, including thorough pre-test interviews to establish baseline psychological responses and assess the suspect's psychological state. Careful consideration of contextual factors that might influence psychological responses, training examiner to recognize and account for anxiety-related psychological responses, utilizing multiple psychological measures, and employing more sophisticated analytical techniques.
In continuation, solutions: improve pre-test procedures, implement a more through pre-test interview to establish a baseline for the suspect's psychological responses and assess their overall psychological state. This includes using validated anxiety scales to quantity anxiety levels. Number 2, control questions techniques refinement. Utilize a more sophisticated control questions techniques to better differentiate between responses to relevant and irrelevant questions. This might involve using more nuanced questions and carefully considering the wording to minimize ambiguity. Multimodal psychological measurements. Incorporate additional psychological measurements beyond the heart rate such as skin conductance, respiration rate, and blood pressure. Analyze multiple physiological indicators simultaneously can provide a more comprehensive and accurate assessment. Number 4. Enhance examiner training. Provide advanced training to examiner on recognizing and differentiating between anxiety-related physiological responses and those inductive of deception. This training should emphasize the importance of considering contextual factors and individual differences. Number 5. Data analysis techniques. Employ advanced statistical techniques and algorithms to analyze the polygraph data, accounting for individual variability and potential confounding factors. This could involve using machine learning models trained on large datasets polygraph results.
In continuation, conclusion, the limitation of traditional polygraph techniques are evident in this case study. The solution proposed above, focusing on improved pre-test assessment, refined questioning techniques, multimodal psychological measurement, enhanced examiner training, and advanced data analysis, offer a pathway toward more accurate and reliable polygraph results. However, it is crucial to acknowledge that polygraph testing remains a complex and imperfect science, and results should always be interpreted cautiously and considered alongside other forms of evidence. Further research and technological advancements are needed to fully address the challenges inherent in accurately detecting deception. So in our recommendation, first is invest in further research to develop more accurate and reliable methods for detecting deception, potentially exploring alternative technologies or incorporating advanced data analysis techniques. And number 2, establish standardized protocols for conducting polygraph examinations, including pre-test procedures, question design, and data analysis methods. These standards will ensure consistency and improve the reliability of results across different examiners and settings. So number 3, develop and implement comprehensive training programs for polygraph examiners that emphasize the importance of considering psychological factors, contextual influences, and advanced data analysis techniques. So the last, promote transparency and ethical consideration in the use of polygraph testing, ensuring that suspects are fully informed of the limitation of the technology and the potential for errors. Results should be interpreted cautiously and used in conjunction with other forms of evidence. So that's all. Thank you for watching.